Hi everyone, and welcome to another 10-minute tutorial. In this session, I'm going to be looking at painting pine trees. So this will help you if you are going to be painting something like Eclipse, Moonlight Shadow, or Nordic Nights. So the first thing that we want to do is look at the shape that we're going to be working with. So basically, the pine trees are two very tall, narrow triangles that overlap each other. So the point's the same, but you have a smaller, narrower triangle inside a wider one. Using our brush, what we will do is basically dab in a shape like this across. So it's almost like a kid's Christmas tree tinsel going across both like that. And then you will do it again, roughly in the middle. So as you can see, I've made the middle much more solid and denser than the outside. To give you an idea of what I mean, I'm going to do the same triangle again, but in a different colour. So I've got my inner narrow circle and my outer wider one. With this, you can use two different styles of brushes. You can use a flat square or you can use a fan brush. My personal preference is a fan brush, and but have a go with both if you've got them. There's not much in the way of things that I'm going to say that you invest in, but if there's two things you do want to treat yourself, or it's Christmas or birthday coming up, I do suggest a fan brush and also a lining brush, you know, the ones with the very long bristles. Those two are super handy. What I'm going to do now is dip just the tip of my fan brush into my paint. I haven't wetted this down at all. It's pretty much straight out of the tube. So I'm going to dab it off to the side to get any excess off and make sure it's spread evenly around the brush. And then I'm going to work around in circles in my zigzag, just dabbing backwards and forwards until I get to the point where it's starting to get a bit tricky to control. And then I'm going to swap and do the top with another brush. So I've got my outer triangle done. I'm going to repeat this now with my inner triangle. So I'm not going anywhere near as far out. And you can see I'm starting to get a bit of a pine effect. So because this is quite a large one, I'm going to have to do this 3 times. So, and then I'm just going to do almost like a smaller one in the middle, just to make it solid. This will give you the effect of a 3-dimensional shape. So you've got branches that come out closer to you, some that are further away. What I tend to like to do is get those basic bits in. Don't try and even it up or balance it. They're not symmetrical in real life, so don't try and do that. Don't try and space things evenly. Try and get it looking irregular, and that will give you the most effective way of realistic looking pine tree. Once I've got that kind of main block in, I switch over to a thinner brush, just a normal round. This is a number 3 brush. And all I'm going to do, you could do this with a flat brush as well, as long as you make sure it's up to a nice sharp point. I'm going to roughly pop in the top and then just put in a few branches like this. So not too many. I'm going to a point at the top. So, and then all I do is just go through with that same brush and just pick out a few sort of branches and things to make it a bit more solid. Like this. There you go. So you can even up any things that you want. I personally like to take them right down to my ground level rather than having a bit of a stalk. I always think they grow generally quite low to the ground, so it's better to put in a, you know, a bit of a ground going straight up to it. And if it's Christmas, I just put in a little bit of a pot underneath. So thank you for joining me for this. I'll do another one quite soon, and I'll look at drawing bare winter trees and how to get branches and things like that. Thanks, bye.